Hey there, thanks a lot for buying the presets pack. I really appreciate your support of this channel. And in this short video, I just want to give you a quick rundown on how you can use the transitions in your Premiere Pro projects and how you can get the most out of them. So I try to make using the effects as easy as possible. And this is why you don't have to adjust anything yourself. You only have to apply the presets to adjustment layers. So for the RGB split, you're gonna search the exact place where the cut is between the two clips you want to put the transition, and you're gonna add an adjustment layer. Hit Shift and arrow left to go 5 frames to the left, trim the clip, Shift arrow right, 5 frames to the right, trim the clip again. So for the main transitions, you're always working with 10 frames. For the RGB split, we're gonna need 4 of these adjustment layers, so we want to duplicate this 3 more times, which will give us 4 adjustment layers on top of each other. And then you go into the effects pack, you're gonna look for RGB split. First grab the flicker effect and put this on the bottom layer, then take the 3 color channel effects and put them on top of each other. The order doesn't matter, only make sure that the flicker effect is always on the bottom. Then, as it says in the little pop-up information, make sure for the color channels to set the blending mode to lighten, which we're gonna do now. And we're already done. So this is what you're gonna end up with. It's really easy, really simple, but it looks pretty cool. And of course you can go into all the different settings in here and change up everything you want. You can change up the scale of the flickering, the intensity, the colors, everything you want. So now let me just show you the VHS glitch effect. It's the same thing in here. Put the playhead to the point where the cut is between the 2 clips, then put an adjustment layer onto your timeline. Gonna hit Shift arrow left, trim it, Shift arrow right, Shift arrow right, trim it again. And for the VHS glitch, we're gonna need 2 layers. Then, as you can see in the pack, you're gonna find the VHS glitch high and low. And the low one will give you some more subtle VHS glitch, and it looks a little bit more like those actual TV scan lines. And the VHS glitch high is some really nasty effects. So I'm just going to show you the high one first. And here we go. This looks really nasty, and now I'm just gonna show you the low one, which is a little more subtle. So it totally depends on what you want your footage to look like. So besides the 2 main transitions, there are also these little flicker effects in here. And what you can do with them is just add another adjustment layer, then trim down the adjustment layer to 1 or 2 frames. I like to go with 2 frames because I feel like sometimes 1 frame is a little too short to really notice the effect. So just trim down your adjustment layer and just add one of the effects to the short adjustment layer. And this will just give you a short look. You can do this not just with the VHS flicker, but also with the RGB flicker. Just put this on the adjustment layer, but always make sure that if you're working with the color channels, that you need to put your blend mode to lighten. Here we go again. And now you can just spread out this effect over your footage. add the little flickers, and you're good to go. And of course, again, you can change up all the settings in the presets. You can adjust everything as you want. You can make the effects more intense. You can dial them back a little bit. It's all up to you. And there's actually one more thing you can do with the presets, because as you may have noticed, there's another preset in the pack, which is the VHS lines static. And this in general will give you those very subtle TV scan lines if you just put it onto an adjustment layer and stretch it out over your whole footage. And you can also use this as a transition. For that, you only have to take the VHS line static and put it onto an actual clip. Then you go to the end of the clip, go a little bit before the end and set a keyframe for the wave height on 10. Or you can also dial it down back to 0 if you want. And to the end of the clip you want to set a keyframe on something like 500. And this will just give you those increasing TV scan lines, which I found pretty useful. You can stretch them out even more if you want. You can really go crazy with this. It's totally up to you. So I hope you guys enjoyed the presets pack. If you have any questions, just let me know. Send me an email or DM anywhere. I always appreciate your feedback, and thanks again for the constant support of the channel.